said I got to say something, baby, hand me the mic. I said I got to say something, better hand me the mic. Somebody hand me a mic, cause I got to say something, so just hand me a mic. When I need to say something, better hand me the mic. I said I got to say something, better hand me the mic.
Do you know what? I have a newfound respect. As you probably know, you guys know, and the audience don't know, I've kind of got a new job, recently. And I'm having to do telesales cold calling, right? Yikes. So for those who don't know what that is, you basically find you have a product that you're trying to sell, and you pretty much, at random it feels like, ring businesses or individuals that you want to sell your product to, and
random geezers.
You basically have to convince them to buy your product or service. And you know all them years where like you get them cold callers that ring you and you just go, no thank you, and hang up.
Yeah.
Like, I feel like I don't want to do that anymore. At the very least, you know, be a bit more cordial with them.
You're on their level now. You've got to meet them and be respectful.
No matter how thick-skinned you think you are, when somebody hangs up on you or tells you to F off sort of thing, like, it makes you feel a certain way.
Yeah.
Like, when that phone goes down, because you're also aware that, like, there's other people in the office that can hear what's happened, and, like, the phone's, like, making noise, like, so, like, there's no secret. You know you've been hung up on. And, like, the feeling of, like, you just go hot. Like, it's real embarrassment. Like, you go bright red, like, you hate it, you get, like, a lump in your throat, you want to go, oh, fucking hell. You know, you want to cry, because it's awful.
It's interesting hearing that from you, because obviously, I know you haven't done the cold call thing, but you've done sales for a while, so I really thought that you'd be, like, wouldn't bother you at all. I thought you'd be, like, a brick wall to all that.
No, mate.
Yeah, I'm also surprised to hear that.
No.
Like, I'm okay with that side of it. Yeah. I'm also doing the cold calling side of things as well. And I get hung up on probably a lot more than you do.
Probably, yeah.
And and I'm all right with it. I'm quite content with it.
I think I've only been hung up on like 2 or 3 times, but it was like my work.
Stayed with you for weeks.
Yeah, it's scarring, but it like ruins the rest of your day.
No,
really bad.
You can't really do that, man. Like, if you do that, it'll be the most soul destroying job you ever do.
Yeah.
Like, genuinely, like, you need to, like, what I do is I just laugh it off.
Yeah, like my career, like I say, the whole time I've known I've been masquerading. Like, I'm like the luckiest guy, and I don't mind saying, I'm the luckiest guy that ever got into this industry. I've never had to do it. Somehow I managed to just dip, 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 like a little fish, you know, like a little fish. I just wiggled my way through it all.
Probably swam.
Yeah, probably swam, and just completely avoided everything. Just so lucky. Just fell on my lap. And
so you never do the cold call thing?
Never. Always had the cushy side of it, the easy bit. The big difference between speaking to a client that is with you and, you know, that is currently a client, let's say, and wants to hear what you've got to say. It's a big difference. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
But yeah, newfound respect for everybody that has to telesales cold call. It's soul destroying. So I'm with you. I'm with you.
If I get a cold call now, and like even the other day, I was cancelling a subscription, and like they were like, "Oh, we'll give you an extra 3 months if you don't cancel this." And like I was like, "Oh no, thank you." And then like, "Yeah, we'll also want to remind you the fact that we can do this for you as well if you don't cancel." I was like,
"You're listening to them and taking notes."
I said to the guy, I was like, "Mate, I know you have to do all this, but I'm going to say no to everything." And he went, "Thank you for understanding." I was like, he's also where I've been, but you know, it is a complete for me. Sorry, it's a complete roller coaster. I'll have 2 hours where I'm like, boom, 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 happy as Larry, like sound on the phone. Then I'll have half an hour where I'm like, oh fuck, this is really rough. And then like you have to just keep yourself as happy as you can, I think.
Totally. That's a big
Makes
factor.
sense.
Totally.
Yeah, because if you're happy on the phone, it comes through, I think.
Yeah, totally. I guess that would be the case in, like, if anybody ever, like, face-to-face sold, I guess it would be the same if you're having a bad day. Yeah. But, like, do you know what? Like, you've got to have newfound respect. We've all had them calls, and, like, I don't mean this to sound, like, derogatory or anything, because, like, again, I'm coming from a place of respect for these people. But, like, we've all had them calls, you know, hello, my name is Gary, and I am from da-da-da. And you're like, I now think, you must have never got a yes.
Yeah.
Because, like, listen, like, I'm not the best in the world, but like I got loads more chance than you. Like, and I'm finding it hard, and I'm selling like something like they're selling like fucking, I don't know, broadband, you know, whatever it is they're selling. Like, you know, have you been in an accident? Like, fam, like these people, like wherever they are, Eric in New Delhi, like how on earth?
If they are still getting yeses though, that just proves that it's just a numbers game, though, isn't it? Like,
I guess so. Yeah, I guess so.
Eventually, you'll stumble across somebody gullible enough to say, even if you shit.
To an extent, it is a numbers game, I think. I think if you make enough calls, you are going to get the occasional yes.
Yeah.
But I think the quality of the calls is important.
Yeah, you know what it is as well? Like, I think it's quite a humbling time. Like, you really, like, just remind you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Remind you, like, you ain't shit. You know what I mean? Like, you ain't shit. Like, because they don't give a fuck, like, pardon my language, they don't give an F what you've got to say. Do you know what I mean? Like, and it's actually quite nice because it brings you back down to earth. it really does. That's sort of the process I've been in. Like, I really, like, sit yourself down, lad. You know what I mean? Like, you're nothing, mate.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And I've quite liked it, but also detested it with all of my being at the same time. And then, you know, you look on the bright side and think, oh, well, only a few more years to go, you know? Yeah. So that's been my week.
But I guess I feel like, you know, at least like phone selling, it's like you're still like sat in the area of a comfy office and that with a cup of tea. Like doing the door-to-door selling must be fucking...
Well, that's me tomorrow.
Like there's having a oh, are you going to do it?
Doing it tomorrow. Going to go and hit Yarm town centre.
No way.
First ever time. Going to go and try Yarm, go to businesses, see how it goes. And I'm feeling all right, a bit nervous about it. As you say, like the door-to-door, as you were just about to diss the bits, Jonny.
I wasn't going to diss a bit. I'm just saying, like, imagine having like the door slammed in your face. It's much worse than just being hung up on and then like you're completely disconnected. You know what I mean?
Do you think... No, I don't think. I know. I believe what you mean, Southpaw, is what you're going to do is you're going to get some glossy brochures, right?
Well, I've got lots of business cards as well.
That'll do. And you're going to walk into businesses that are open and welcoming people in and be sort of like, now then, hello, I'm Southpaw from Dash, blah, 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 blah. Sponsors, add here, Jonny.
Class.
There you go. Bring it back in. Welcome back. So you're going to walk in and go, hi, I'm from Dash. Just wanted to give you that. We do websites. Had a look at your website. Da, da, da. I think that is still soul destroying, but like knocking on Ethel's door.
Yeah, you're going to people's homes.
That's different.
Oh.
Yeah.
That's different.
Yeah.
It is.
You imagine, because you don't know who's going to open the door.
You're going to a business, you're going to meet them on a professional level kind of thing.
Mm-hmm.
Like, you've took the time out your day to go and visit them kind of thing, whereas, like, disturbing them at home when they're trying to watch EastEnders and shit.
On a council estate. It's one thing knocking on the door and you get Ethel, but what happens when you knock on the door a bit too loud and Bruce answers the door? And he's on nights.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? You know what I mean? It's 11:30 and he's been on nights, mate.
Yeah, I don't want to see Bruce.
You know what I mean? Yeah.
Yeah.
Got problems with his wife. Keep getting locked up.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's the 23rd of the month and Bruce gets paid monthly.
Well, Chris,
you know what I mean?
Chris did it.
Bruce is Tyson Furious, mate.
Yeah.
Like, fuming, mate. Stood in his wife beater looking at this little cunt here.
Yep.
Pardon my language.
If he slams the door, you've gone off lightly there.
Yeah, you've gone off lightly, yeah.
It's all a learning curve, though, isn't it?
Yeah, man.
You know, each one of them doors that slams on your face, you may learn on the next one. Who knows?
I guess, every phone slamming down, every F off on the phone, every rejection, I guess the thought process sort of makes you more resilient to it, maybe. Less bothered, I suppose. I'm waiting for that to come, of course. But apparently that's what it does.
Yeah. Well, it's not the same, but kind of is, like, design-wise. When I started my career as graphic designer, I took everything fucking personally. And now, like, I don't really care.
No.
People don't like my shit.
No. I think that's feet under the table,
I think
that, John.
maybe a little bit.
That's what that is, yeah. That's you get to a point where you're like,
yeah, you've got feet under the table, mate. You can't get your feet further under the table.
No,
so like,
no.
You're going to be fine.
Yeah,
I think you'll be fine.
I'll be fine, yeah. Stop. Hold up. Before we carry on, just a quick word from our sponsor. Do you have a business? Thinking about starting one? Dash, the bespoke web design and branding experts. When you have a business that needs a professional online presence, when your current website is starting to look a little outdated and tired, when you have an idea and want to see it brought to life online, that's where Dash can help. Dash create bespoke websites built around your business and its requirements, from exceptional e-commerce stores to sell your products online, to beautiful brochures showcasing who you are and what you do.
the team at Dash will become an extension of your business. You'll be assigned a dedicated team who will help guide and advise from the initial design brief all the way to the website launch. Not only that, Dash provide full aftercare to carry out any changes, alterations or updates quickly and efficiently. It's like having your very own personal web development team 365 days a year. Dash understands that in today's world, the right online image, exposure and representation is the key to success. Book in a free, no obligation consultation with one of their experts today to see how Dash can make your online vision an online reality. Just visit www.dashmedia.co.uk or search Dash Media on Google to find out more. Dash, the bespoke website and branding experts.
You've been doing something, haven't you, Salpa?
I have. I've been over the weekend. I ran a little half marathon.
You ran it.
I ran it.
So talk us through it. What was did you hit the wall?
I wouldn't say I quite hit the wall because I ran it with Zoe. And
She's proper slow.
Sheffield, where we ran. No, she's not proper slow. She's very fast for a woman, actually. For a woman, she's
very fast for a woman. What's that
supposed to be? No, like within running, within.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Sexist Podcast.
See what you're trying to do there, Daniel. No, she's very fast for a woman in regards to how fast a woman would run a half marathon. There is an average time for a man to run a half marathon. There's an average time for a woman to run a half marathon. Right. So in terms of the average for a woman to run a half marathon, she's very fast.
Is there an average for them?
It might be somewhere in between. I'm not sure.
Broader, like a broader
yes,
spectrum.
Yes.
Yeah.
But there we go. Anyway, we completed it in 2 hours 4 minutes. She did want to get a sub 2 hours, which she was a little bit gutted about. But Sheffield's a very hilly place. But what I will say about running that half marathon was it was very, very wholesome. You wake up at like 8:30. You're surrounded by thousands of people by 9:30. The big boom goes. You're slowly walking your way towards the start line. You've all got like a number on there, and there's like a chip in there. So when you cross that start line, that's when you start running, because like getting up to it, you're sort of walking. There's that many people. Mm-hmm. You cross this start line, the chip flags, so then you've set your own time there. And then there's like people high-fiving you. People have made banners saying go, go, go. People have like... You know, like the Mario little boosts. They make a Mario boost little cardboard flag, and if you hit that, it says 100% boost. Like, it's all these little cringy things, and like there's kids the whole way around this marathon. Like this, you go through like estates. The whole of the Sheffield like city centre was closed off. You've got people and like kids holding out like little sweets in buckets for you to get your like, you know, sort of sugar levels high again. Mm. It was...
Did you get a pint? Anyone hand you a pint?
You finish by 11:30, right, and you're in the pub for 12, and you're surrounded by your friends, your family, everyone's buzzing for you. You are fucking knackered because you've just ran 13.2 miles. Like, it is a bit of a feat, really, to complete it. I was like, fucking hell, like my legs were in bits. But you're full of adrenaline, and like, you know, I couldn't recommend it more to anyone listening. Like, just have a think about doing a half marathon. If you can run 10k, you can run a half marathon, I think. And it genuinely was. It was a really, really wholesome experience, and I'll be doing more and more of them. Big fan.
Sponsored by McDonald's.
Sponsored by McDonald's. Yeah.
There you go.
Yeah. What was this? Was this like, were people doing it in like fancy dress and shit, or was it all?
Yeah,
like,
there was a couple of people doing it in fancy dress. We had some Irish people who had some little bells on. There was Batman and Robin running it. Obviously, we overtook all these people.
That guy who does the Great North Run, he does it with he carries a fridge on his back.
Carries a fridge?
Yeah, he's been doing it for years. He's fucking,
like actual fridge?
Fucking fridge, mate, yeah.
It's not like a cardboard cutout.
He's got it on his back and he's...
Wow. No way. You picked the fridge up?
Well,
quite heavy, like.
Not like the tall fridge freezer, but like one of the block ones that comes up to like
a box
like
one.
A counter. Yeah.
But, I'd love to see him do it with the washing machine on his back, but he can't do that. You ever moved a washing machine before?
Yeah, I have. It's that's
made of lead.
A unit, yeah.
Literally, yeah.
Weirdly heavy, isn't it?
Yeah. Like, you think you can just move it, but you can't just move it.
No.
So you did it then?
Did it, mate. Very happy, very pleased.
How fast do you think you could have done it in your words without
I'm
the
doing
woman?
the Great North Run. Doing the Great North Run.
Mm-hmm. Are you doing that with her as well?
Well, but we're doing it together, but I said I'd run this one because our parents met this weekend as well.
Oh, yeah.
So that was the first time our parents met, so I thought I'll run it with you. Right. Anyway, we ran it together, but I'm going to do the Great North Run, and I'm aiming for a sub 150.
So you're going to leave her behind?
Oh yeah, should be left.
You're
You're
gonna
gonna honestly,
literally smoke
yeah,
her.
just afterburners go.
See you in a bit.
Yeah.
Oh, God.
See you at the end.
Let's see you in the wind mirrors maybe. I don't know. But yeah, no, I'm
hope
looking
she
forward
beats
to
you.
it.
I know, yeah.
Like,
Imagine.
why, like you shoot off early and then you get knackered and you're walking. Just, I'm not gonna do this. And she just jogs past you.
A week before, I'd pulled my hammy, so like I was doing that with the pulled hamstring, and I did it in 2 or 4.
How you feel now?
All right,
Like
sound
Sunday,
now, yeah.
Wednesday
I went and stupidly played football the day after, like Monday night football. It was on Sunday, and on the Monday I ran and went and played football, and my legs were stiff as fuck at the start of the game, and I thought I'm not going to be able to play here. And then 10 minutes in, because you like adrenaline gets going, I was sound. So it's just weird how the body works and what you can put it through, but it's a very resilient thing, you know.
Yeah.
Good. Very nice.
So I've been cold calling. Southpaw's been running. You've been just smashing McDonald's and that, Johnny.
Smashing McDonald's, living my best life.
Yeah.
I've got some news for you though.
Go on.
It's interesting.
This seems like it's a big one.
Misha's pregnant.
I knew you were going to say it. I knew you were going to say it. I knew you were going to say it.
Hell yeah, man.
Congratulations, sir.
I'm doing it. Yeah.
How crazy is that?
That's amazing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Fucking terrifying, yeah.
Terrifying.
Nah, I'm not. I'm not even scared.
Just
I
buzzing
think
it
it's really
works.
good. Yeah. It works, mate.
Johnny's been leaving it in.
Yeah, buddy.
You animal.
I've been tired.
Look what I did.
It's mental, like.
Does it give you like a air of like, I'm a real man?
Yeah, oh mate, buzzing it works.
Looking at it,
that
just-
chick just like, yep.
Just checking you in the mirror, yeah.
Not my arms, funnily enough.
No,
but
no. Oh, no. Not your arms, no. So that's amazing.
yeah, hell yeah.
You
So,
should have when he told me, Dan, we'd been for the work night out, and I'd had way too many at this point. And
Not like you,
John,
Salpa.
yeah, no.
Yeah, I like told myself at the start of this night, I was like, you're going to go, you're not going to tell anybody, we're still keeping it secret.
And then
Don't tell anybody. Then I had too many.
and then Johnny sat next to me in the restaurant, and we've had too many, and we're both like, I don't know, having a little deep chatty chat. And he goes, Louis, Southpaw, Misha's pregnant. And I'm like, way! And like, everyone sat around like, what are they going way about? And I was like, oh, fuck. Shut the fuck up.
So you didn't tell nobody else?
No.
So this is the revelation.
I've told family and friends at this point. There's a few people like Heath Ranlin knows, and obviously he knows.
Yeah.
And a couple of other people who I told on the night out because I was just randomly I'm gonna be a dad.
Wow.
Yeah.
So like, is your mind completely switched and changed now? Like,
Yeah, it's weird. It's
Start
really,
panicking.
It's like a little bit because
Like the responsibility.
I mean, you know what our fucking work situation's like. Yeah, it's just interesting times. It's like,
Very
okay, so
interesting.
I'm going to be a provider. I can't see how that works, but I'm going to be a provider.
Swear down. Swear down.
Oh, I'm gonna make it work somehow.
Yeah. Was it planned?
Oh yeah.
You've been trying.
Well, didn't take as long as you would
Did it
think.
not?
To be fair, yes,
Yeah.
it works well.
Just the one go.
For first time, just boosh,
Just like that.
just like that. Like when you Google it, it's like it makes it sound like it's like an impossible feat. Like you're looking around, like wondering how there's so many people in the world because they're like when you Google it, it's like, oh, you have this like 2-day window in between periods and whatever. And if you miss that window, you've got to wait till next month.
So did you play by them like time frames sort of thing?
Not exactly, but kind of.
Right.
But yeah, if I can work.
Do you know, like, I've always thought about this, right? Because obviously I haven't been blessed with this moment yet, but I've always been thinking that, like, obviously this is a modern world, right? And we all know the score. Like, people do things, right? But when we do things, not for you now, but for the most part, I imagine for Southpaw as well, when I'm doing the thing, I know, like, this is just a practice sort of thing. This isn't for keeps.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? But I've often thought that, like, if it come round to it, the point where it's like, right, okay, with whoever it was, right, we're going to go for it.
You want to
That,
make a conception, kind of.
yeah, during the action, I would be on one. I would be I think I wouldn't be able to do it. I think I'd bottle it. I think I'd be like, no. Because, like, you can't take it back, can you?
Yeah, no.
Like,
yeah.
you can't ask for a refund now.
Nah.
Do you know, like...
No, but what do you mean in terms of you'd bottle it? Like you'd be
Well,
nervous.
I get it because it was kind of on. It's 100% on your mind when you actually like. Yeah.
Like, this could be for this.
This is yeah. This
Like,
is,
do I have to be more romantic? Like, what do I have to do? Am I supposed to like kiss more? Like, I don't know. Like, are we supposed to have a hug? Like, I don't know. Like, I don't know what to do. Like, I guess you can't just like throw a towel at someone and say, "Clean yourself up." Do you know? Like, you can't do that. You got. Do you know what I mean? You got to be more fucking. Like, you got to be more romantic, right?
I
Do you know?
guess.
Because like.
Oh yeah, do you have to like proper cuddle and cradle and
Like, you have to hang them upside down. What do you do? Like.
I didn't do any of that.
No, I don't know, but what I'm saying
No,
is,
but it was a usual routine, Dan. You know, like take my pants off, but I trip over them because I've still got my shoes on. And,
yeah, no, just
nothing special.
no, I do get what you mean now,
just-
actually.
if you're in that moment, like Southpaw, you've never been in the moment before, right? I don't assume, where you're with a partner and you're saying, right, okay, like we are trying for a baby now.
No,
Like,
no, never, yeah.
Like
It occurs to you like the pressure's almost like all of a sudden on.
Yeah.
You know, you're not thinking of it like just like you're run of the mill. This isn't your normal sniz on the reg. This is
no,
like
no.
this is a big deal.
Probably don't spit in her mouth this time.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Just a little bit.
No.
No, absolutely not. Obviously,
It's fortunate.
so I had to clear that one up. Yeah, no.
No.
It's fortunate Johnny's editing this episode. Isn't
Yeah,
it?
Yeah, sorry, Johnny.
There'll be some cuts.
It's just for entertainment purposes,
Yeah.
people. Do you know what I mean?
Of
It's just for entertainment purposes.
That's
just
amazing.
joking.
That though, Johnny.
It is amazing.
But yeah, so we had first meeting with the midwife yesterday.
Right?
That was interesting. Just basically, it's all about her. Basically, I just have to sit there and be like, oh yeah, I'll be there as well.
Have you discussed like what kind of like? No, and let me take that back. I know for a fact you discussed what type of birth you're gonna have. Like, gonna do normal way?
Just in a normal way in the hospital.
No
yeah.
water, not like that?
No, that carry on. No.
I know somebody like who's done both. I know somebody that has had babies in the hospital, babies in the water thing, and just on the settee at home. Like,
The settee at home.
yeah, this person's had a few. Do you know what I mean?
That nobody does that on the first go though, right?
No, I think that wasn't planned. I think it was just like, you know, one of them like, oh, it's coming now. You know, like one of them.
Shit, yeah.
Yeah, like a shock one.
Yeah.
Like
That
straight
means
out.
like no painkillers. That's like hardcore mode, that in it.
Yeah, I think after you're like fifth, I think that's what they're on. I think you just sneeze them out, don't you? After that, do you know what I mean? The chew, you know.
Yeah, it probably does become a bit easy then, doesn't it?
Yeah,
Yeah. Comes
You'd
out like a
imagine.
baby lamb. It's just already walking, you know.
yeah. So like, wow,
Yeah, shit, man.
how many bedrooms you got?
I got 3 bed.
Sound.
Yeah, we've already got the room painted, ready for it.
Have you?
Yeah.
How long have you known for?
We're at week 8 at this point.
So you've known for 8 weeks. You've kept this quiet for 8 weeks.
No, we knew about 3 weeks in, something like that.
Right. Okay.
So I've kept it quiet for 5 weeks, but
That's
yeah.
pretty good.
yeah,
That's pretty good.
it's not bad.
Yeah.
So,
Is Mish buzzing? Of course she is.
yeah.
She doesn't have to go to work.
Yeah, no, because she was like bummed out because she wasn't going to get Christmas stuff this year, and then it's like, hey, fuck you.
Yeah, it's worked out beautifully.
Looks like it's gonna be born beginning of November.
You got a preference, boy or a girl?
Not allowed to say, am I?
Oh yeah. So you're not. Oh yeah. I suppose
So
you can. It's just-
imagine the baby like, you know, when we're on episode 900, it's like, oh, I wonder what Dad was like back in the day.
Oh,
And then
yeah.
what is this? And
yeah.
then I'm just like, we sure are a girl, son.
What's the correct answer? You don't mind as long as it's healthy.
I guess so.
Well, that is big
I
news.
would kind of prefer a girl, but we'll see.
Ooh, we'll see.
Yeah. No, I've often thought like if I ever did, I think I'd prefer a girl. I think boys are just hellions, aren't they?
Well, I think I'll be better at funnily enough, at the girly stuff rather than like I don't really want to be the football dad like stood
Yeah.
slicing oranges at fucking
Mate.
7 o'clock in the morning in December.
Yeah, you do.
You've got a lightsaber, mate.
Yeah,
You know what I'm saying?
I don't know.
You know what I'm saying?
Kid's not gonna like football, is he?
But he'd be awesome at like Luke Skywalker stuff.
Hell yeah.
Vroom. You have to buy a second one. Mate, excuses for Disneyland now.
Oh, hell yeah.
Like these are all mapped out now. Surely you've just thought, like
yeah.
we have to go now.
Yeah.
But you can't go at the beginning, right? Because it's a waste of money. When it's a baby.
Well, it is, but also I'm pretty sure they can get in for free before 3,
I've
before
heard
the age of
this.
3. So like, I think if you go at like 2.5ish, just when they can like appreciate it as much as possible. Like you don't go in like first 3 months because like
Can picture
it's
Johnny
a potato.
I can picture Johnny walking through the park gate, say, right, there's the kid Mish, see you at 8.
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah, see you in a bit.
Yeah, pretty much. Johnny's
just
going to
running through the
go
park on his
every
own.
year, 1, 2, and 3 years old.
Yeah, borrowed Southpaw's blue badge thing to get in
Yeah,
back.
Well, no. You have to con that one. But yeah.
Well, you have the biggest news, Johnny.
Yes, I do.
So what's your emotional state? Like, where are you at? Are you like? Well, you have to say you're happy. Obviously, you look like a bastard.
Yeah.
But like, are you like proper buzzing? Are you a bit like scared? Like, what are you feeling?
It's like a fucking roller coaster, mate.
Up and
Like
down.
seriously, like I've been like terrified. I went through a phase where I was terrified, like a good couple of weeks, and then now I'm in the place where I'm fucking excited about it. Like we bought our first bits and pieces the other day. We went for an IKEA trip and we're looking around like the baby section, looking at like wardrobes and shit. And I was like, oh, this feels so fucking real.
This is so fucking real.
So I'm excited about all that. But then you do just kind of sometimes, money's a thing, isn't it? It's going to be a laugh.
Money's the thing.
Money's the thing. And obviously when you take into consideration like Misha's maternity and stuff like that, and how all that's going to pan out, and like what we're going to do childcare wise after that. I'm a provider here, so I've got to do some shit. But I'll make it work. I know.
Yeah, you got to make.
I think you have to, don't you? Like,
that's the thing.
Yeah, like you do just make it work.
That's what I mean when I'm going through the roller coaster. Like sometimes I'll be like, oh fuck, am I going to do this? And then other times I'm like, nah, I've got this. Like, I've totally got this.
From an outside looking in, the beauty of you here, from what I know of you, is you're a tradesman. Basically, you have a trade.
Yeah.
Right. You have a skill that not many people can do, and it doesn't matter your situation. It doesn't matter if you're in this job, that job. It doesn't matter.
I can do that trade no matter what. Yeah, exactly.
If you got dropped on your backside tomorrow with no job, within 24 hours you're making money.
Yeah.
Because we live in a digital world where you can just as you know, you can just boop, 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 you can just pick stuff up from anywhere.
Yeah.
So easy. So yeah.
That emotional roller coaster that you were explaining though, like my mate's on that, he's just got his missus pregnant as well, and I was saying to him, was like, how are you feeling? Like, well, what's going on? Like, he's all like, everything's fine, to be honest. And then all of a sudden you realise I'm going to be a dad again, and I'm like, fuck. It's mental, but yeah, man, fucking congrats, and it's crazy.
Really puts the whole 30 thing into perspective as well. Like fuck me, I've never felt older than like I do now.
Right.
Like,
how old are you again?
I'm bang on 30, yeah.
Bang on 30.
Yeah, 31 in June. Can't wait. But like, yeah, just knowing that like the student part of my life is officially like, I can't, even if I wanted to, I can't go back to that now.
Yeah.
Like, that's kind of like poof.
Oh yeah.
Off the tail is weird.
Yeah.
That hits you and you're like, oh shit, yeah.
Yeah.
This is a big decision. That's pretty scary. But
yeah. Oh, you're definitely not a student anymore.
Yeah.
No.
Know what I mean?
No, this isn't Kansas anymore.
Yeah.
No.
I mean, obviously at 30, I haven't been for a while now.
No.
But like, I could still, if I wanted to go out on the piss midweek, yeah, fine. Yeah. Not anymore. Nope. That's gone. That is gone. That is gone.
Yeah.
Yeah, I could see you letting your hair down a bit at the recent work too.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. And
long may they continue.
Yeah, you're gonna need that for the next 6 months, 7 months.
Not feel it like
4 years.
4 years, yeah.
Because obviously Misha's 8 weeks pregnant, right? So maths is like there's like 7 months to go. You don't ever feel like just going on an absolute madden, like thinking, right, this is my last chance. I'm gonna fill my boots, just go wild, go to Ibiza in the summer. Fuck it,
Gonna take the week off and just go.
A little bit.
Just literally just fireworks running down the street. Come on.
I know, but then it's such a cliche, isn't it, to go on the mad one?
Yeah, it's a cliche.
He's handling the news well. You're getting fucking tattoos on me neck. Yeah. Hell yeah.
Yeah. Have you thought of names?
I have. Probably not going to say them.
Okay.
I don't know why. Just
no,
I feel like
in case you change your mind.
Like keep some shit back. I don't know why.
No.
That's fair
also don't know if it's a girl or a boy yet, so it might not even fucking matter.
I think I heard this right. I think I was almost called, or if my dad had got his way, I think I was going to be called Adam. Mum will have to correct me on that, but I think that was.
I think if I was a girl, I was going to be Christine.
If I was a girl, I was going to be Melita.
Who?
Melita,
yeah.
Melita.
Yeah.
Huh.
How crazy is that?
Melita. Where does that name originate from?
Dad's fucked up, isn't he? Yeah, he's just said,
I've never met a Melita.
Yeah.
No, can't say I have.
No.
Interesting.
No.
There you go.
It's not a classically British name, that is it?
Yeah. I prefer Southpaw, of course.
Southpaw.
Yeah.
If you could be called any name, what would you be called?
Ooh, Santiago.
Oh, that's a good one, isn't it?
Yeah, but if you hear the name Santiago and then I'll rock up.
Yeah.
No, I would like to look like a Santiago and be a Santiago.
Yeah.
I'm not sure that's true.
No. If you could
fuck it, why not?
if you could create like any character for yourself, right? Like, let's just imagine you could draw yourself, so like head to toe, right? You could be anything. You could be fucking Luke Skywalker. You could be fucking, I don't know, Dawn of the Dead guy. What's he called? Shaun of the Dead.
Simon Pegg.
That's him.
Yeah.
Obviously, you wouldn't. But like, what would you be? How would you draw it? You know what I would be? I'd want to be, one of them cowboys. Do you know what I mean? So we're talking, like, obviously all American. No. Because that's like an ugly one. You get the Hollywood cowboy. Do you know what I'm saying? So, like, you're dashing, you're chiseled. You look like Brad Pitt in a cowboy outfit. Do you know what I mean? Chewing tobacco and you're spitting it on the floor. Do you know what I mean? You got Levi's, they're dirty off the cows. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
You live on a ranch, you got a red check shirt, it's down to there, but your chest is immaculate. Yeah. And you've never been to the gym in your life, but you're chiseled to death. Do you know what I mean? Like, they all are, aren't they?
Yeah.
Like they've never worked out. Really, they're malnourished. All they've eaten is beans.
They get the work out on the farm, though, don't they? That's what it is.
No matter what day it is, what month, they have exactly the same stubble. You know what I mean? Like, exactly. Immaculate.
Yeah.
And the hair's always perfect under the cowboy hat. They take it off and it's just immaculate straight away. You know what I mean? I'd be a cowboy.
You'd be that guy.
Yeah, that's the one.
Fair, I like that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Have you got one, Louis?
I'd be a Portuguese man called Andre.
Andre.
Yeah.
Andreas or Andre?
Andre, I don't know. I knew an Andre once who was cool as fuck. He was from Portugal. And I just thought, like, he was like tanned, he had short hair. I thought, that's a cool look, that. Like, that is what I would probably want to be. Like, tall, like, just don't even need to go out in the sun. You're just naturally tanned. That'd be nice.
Andre.
Yeah, and he was what you explained, just chiseled to death, never even trained, just naturally, just fucking genetics of a god.
I hate them people.
Just over 5'6", anything there would be great.
Anything you just go straight for an NBA player.
Yeah, just play basketball.
The taller, the better.
I want to be Shaq.
Just tall. I'd love to look down on someone. That'd be fun. Yeah, something along those lines.
Johnny, have you got an avatar of yourself?
You know what? I would want to be.
Luke Skywalker.
You know who John Hamm is?
Show me John Hamm.
The classic Hollywood, like, good looking as fuck. Just
John Hamm.
John Hamm.
He's really called Ham.
Yeah.
Mental second name, that, innit?
Jonhamm. You know Mad Men?
Nah, I haven't watched films. If it's not a monster film, I ain't watched it.
It's a TV series. It's really good. You should watch it. But yeah, he's a handsome bastard, man.
John Hamm. Here we go. Oh, handsome man, isn't he? Right.
Look at that. Just classically Hollywood handsome right there, isn't it? You know what I mean?
It's not fair, is it?
He's full blown American, in though, and he just looks American.
Yeah, he looks American. Yeah.
You know what I mean? He's getting that salt and pepper phase in, you know what I mean? Like like your George Clooney types, just classically Hollywood, just good looking chap.
And when if he takes his top off, like you say, he's immaculately chiseled.
Yeah.
Never been in the gym.
No, just
doesn't need to.
I bet he just has a natural shine to him as well. You know what I mean?
Of course, He, literally, his skin produces baby oil.
Yeah.
All the time. Look, see, John Hamm knows he was a cowboy. Look at that bottom picture.
Oh, there you go, Dan. That's what you're after.
There we go. There we are. That's pretty much
what
it.
you're after.
Yeah. You know what you see when you see that? You just see like wisdom. Like, he's just wise, isn't he? But with just enough emotion for him to be sexy. Mm-hmm. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Doesn't cry. But he doesn't need to cry.
You look at a guy like that, especially the cowboy one, where like you just know he's going to dispel some like sound advice as well, just full of wisdom. Yeah. Absolutely, he's lived on his farm his whole life, but he's still managed to live a life somehow and just
literally starts every sentence with, "Well." Starts everything with that. That's what he starts every sentence, and you just know he's right. Whatever he's going to say, like you're just like, whatever he's going to say is right. Well, you should. Probably kill yourself. All right, let's go. That's it.
Makes sense.
Yeah, all right, John.
Yep.
Yeah,
good advice.
Sorry. That's what I'd want to be.
I get it.
That, or a Colombian cartel mob boss.
Oh, that's stressful. You don't want that life.
Not for the boss. Not for the boss.
Oh, there's a reason he got there, though, isn't there?
Yeah. That aside, right? But look at the end result, right? I mean, you're wearing a shirt open halfway. You've got gold medallions. You know what I mean? We're talking Pablo Escobar. I mean, of course he'd come up. Look how happy. Well, he doesn't look too happy there. Look at him in the mugshot picture. Like, he's been arrested. A mugshot is a black and white thing. Look how happy he is. You know why? Because he knows. Hey, gringo. You know?
Yeah.
Mate, that's the shout. Yeah, a mob boss.
As you
Imagine
say,
the
it's
power
just,
you'd have.
it's, yeah.
Do you know he had like giraffes and elephants and hippopotamuses on it? I think there's a story that like
Hippopotamuses.
in Colombia it could have been elephants or some kind of exotic African creature. They're not. Is the word indigenous?
Yeah.
They're not indigenous to that country.
It
but
was hippopotamuses, yeah.
hippos, yeah. And now that country has hippos because of him, because he brought them.
Nice.
That's money.
That is cool.
That's Michael Jackson
cool
money.
as fuck.
You got giraffe money. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, they're called the
Hippos.
cocaine hippos. That's what they're
The
called.
cocaine hippos.
Yeah, and he only had 3, I believe, and now because these breed so fast, within 40 years, I'm pretty sure. Because I actually watched a little bit about this. There's over 40 hippos now, and they are.
Does he save them from being like an endangered species just because he wanted a pet hippo?
they're not endangered hippos, but in Colombia, as you say, they're not indigenous. And there was 3, and now there's 40, and they've got they're the most dangerous animal on the planet. Hippos, like they'll kill you in one bite.
Scary, that, isn't it?
Yeah, like look at them teeth. Like one of them, mate, you chewed to bits.
Because they don't like.
They don't
I mean,
look like much, do they? It's weird that you'd.
that makes you
That's
think
a step.
twice. But if you seen them just like blobbing along in the water with a little silly face, you'd be like, "Oh, I'm
hippo."
gonna have a swim with a hippo."
Yeah, but if that's coming at you and you're going for a swim,
Yeah.
you're buggered. And they can also run like I'm pretty sure like 20 miles an hour on land.
Oh, they'll catch you.
Yeah, like the only way you're gonna outdo hippos is if you have to zigzag. So if you're ever getting chased by a hippo, but yeah,
The advice. That's the advice I want from your cowboy person.
yeah, no, like
Well,
if you,
You ever getting chased by a hippo?
yeah,
What you need to do, my friend? Go in a zigzag.
that's it. That's what you do. Like that's what I've been told. Like,
Well, exactly. They're not super nimble because they're like.
they can't turn. They're not agile at all, but they can run very fast in a straight line. So they'll catch you in a straight line, but if you zigzag or you get around a tree, you just gotta edge yourself around that tree and be safe. But yeah, they are the most dangerous animal on the planet.
You know what though? They say they're the most dangerous, right? But like, I ain't buying it. Because if someone said to me, "You're going to be dropped on a football pitch," right? It's a football pitch. You're on one side, there's an animal on the other side, right? If it was a hippo or a tiger, I'd take the hippo.
Yeah,
Because
Yeah,
tigers, you're not going to outrun it. Or a bear. Like, the hippo, you got a chance. Because
Yeah.
it's stupid. Do you know what I mean?
Hippos, they don't eat meat though, do they? They're just
No, they don't eat meat,
So
but
it's
they're-
not even like actively after you.
no, but they're extremely territorial. So if you step foot in their domain, like they're gonna wipe you out. That's just how they operate, and that's why hippos kill more humans than any other animal.
Because they're territorial. and
Massively territorial. Especially if they've got babies around, they're gonna just chew you to bits.
cross. Yeah. Well, yeah, as we say, well, if there's advice, zigzag from your hippo. Because,
Zigzag from your
you
hippos.
zigzag,
Yeah.
that's it.
It might save your life, guys. You know?
Yeah, man.
You never know.
So just something I want to like just circle back for the viewers that are listening. Welcome to people, because this is our podcast. You mentioned like putting you said something right about your mum asking you to put a telly up,
Yeah.
right? So just to recap for the viewers, just briefly tell the story again. So I want to make a point on this.
Yeah, hello, Mum. It was fine. I really enjoyed putting the TV up there. But we just like set up a TV last night for Mum, and obviously with her spending quite a lot of money on this TV, she's just every little port had to make sure it was put in correctly and all these little things. But you have to try these ports. You can't just pop them all in. So it was a chew on, and then just putting all the applications in, writing down all the emails and passwords. Like, they just care more, don't they? And because they're a little bit less advanced in terms of technology, they're a lot more anxious about what you're doing on this TV.
Okay. I take it from me at Southpaw. So I didn't realise that Southpaw's mum was going to be watching this. So hello, Mrs. Southpaw. So what I'm going to say is, right, I'll start again. Imagine there was a guy, right? Let's call him David, right?
David.
And David's mum, David works in like a web design company in this scenario, right?
Sure.
And David's mum's bought a telly. Isn't that fun? And David's mum has said, David, will you put this telly up? Because I don't want your dad doing it when he gets in from work, right? Assuming that because David works in a web design company, that he's techie and he's going to know about
must
tellies.
know everything about it.
Yeah. I get this all the time. All the time, right? And I've seen it before. So I know somebody that works in a van hire company, right? This person literally answers the phone, like, knows nothing about vans. And people will say, oh, get a van. So-and-so will get you a van. Like, like, what you talking about? I work in MOTs. Like, I don't know about, and like, it happens to me all the time. Where I'm going is, somebody will say to me all the time, like, if it's a computer, if it's a phone, oh, ask Dan, he likes computers. Like, what do you mean? Like, what do you mean I like computers? Like, no. Like, do you know what I mean? I like pretty girls and parmesans, not computers. Do you know what I mean? Like, no, I don't know anything about computers. And this happens all the time. When I was a kid, I bet it happened to your mum all the time. If you were poorly, Margaret's a nurse. Like, what do you mean? She works in an acute ward with people with cancer in the bowels. She doesn't know about a snivel. Do you know what I mean? This happens all the time. This assumption that because, I mean, you'll get it all the time, I imagine.
Pretty much, yeah. It's like
if it's a Star Wars question, ask Jonny, he likes Star Wars, something like that.
No, well, I'll know the answer to them ones,
I know
to
you
be
will.
fair. Of course I will.
But I get this a lot, like, about the tech thing. And just when you told me this, well, when we heard the story about David and his mum, that person that isn't real,
it
made me think, like, the assumption. People just assume that you know
people
things.
inside the business also assume. like, oh, Johnny's a graphic designer, he works on computers. He can set up this computer over here, no bother.
Yeah,
and I'm
we both get
don't
that.
know. Don't know if I can.
Yeah,
I usually pass it on to him.
Are you any good at computers?
I'm all right. I know. Again, it's just trial and error, isn't it? Does that work there? Does that work there? But I understand why people assume, you know, with any line of work. Like, as you say, my mum did get that. She still gets that the whole of her career. She's had friends and family call up, "Hi, Karen. Oh yeah, this has happened. What's the next steps?" Like, I work in paediatrics with kids, John. Like, I've got no clue about your bowel cancer. Like, but I think it's nice to know that you've got somebody close to you who's a professional in some form of field, and you are clueless in that field, and you give them a ring. And if you're close to them, you think a lot of but I'll always try and offer advice. Like, I get that all the time with videos and photography. "Oh, Libby, you don't mind coming and doing this, do you?" No, I don't mind. But like, it
doesn't sound like you don't mind.
Yeah, I don't mind. But like, fucking hell, they normally charge for this. Like,
Graphic design wise, you get roped in at bits and pieces.
You get roped in like all the time.
Got this new business idea. Would you mind just knocking up a quick logo for us?
And it's never a knock up, and it's never just a 10-minute shoot. It's always an hour, because you don't. I don't know about you, but whenever you do a job, you do it properly, don't you? And it's
or if, because I know it's like a freebie, I'll put a half-hour effort in, and then when it comes back to us, I'm like, oh, I need to go and do it again and put the full effort in.
So that's what I've learned. I've learned, do it once, do it right.
Yeah.
The amount of free websites I've given away to people. Yeah. Because the family or friends or...
Yep, I end up designing them.
Yeah. So here's a question, and tell me, I've got a couple of things that's happened around my house recently. I want to know how you feel about it. Is this a C move, a C-U-N-T move, right? Okay. I ask you, right, in this scenario, let's say you got a knock at your door, right? You open the door, it's Mr. DHL man. Parcel.
Yeah.
The parcel's not for you. Parcel's for your neighbour, right?
He's tried their door, they're not in. He's bringing it to you, saying, "Will you hold on to this for them?"
They've obviously ticked the box. Take to neighbour.
Yeah.
Right. Okay. Yeah. No worries. You take it in. Right. Now the parcel's in your house. Whose job is it at this stage to initiate the parcel delivery? Is it your neighbour's job to walk around to your house? You got a parcel for me, or is it, in this case, my job to walk around when they're in and give them the parcel? Because I have a strong conviction about this. Strong.
It's 100%, in my opinion, on the person whose parcel it belongs. It is to, because you'll get a ticket through the door to say, "Oh, failed delivery. We've put it to number 26 or whatever." Yeah, that person who has that ticket goes round to you, says, "Can I have my parcel?"
Right.
That's
you
right.
say Southpaw?
Yeah, fully agree.
You're both wrong.
What?
You're both wrong.
Dan.
You're wrong. No, that's not how it works. No.
I did not expect you to take this approach.
Yeah, no, because I'm going to word it to you. In my scenario, I can see where you're coming from, okay? What if I haven't got a ticket? What if there's no ticket through my door to say it's next door?
Well,
okay, I'll put a caveat in there.
At least have an email.
So
you'll have something.
Let me tell you what happened. and it's this guy. The guy I seem to be having a bit of a thing with.
The bin guy.
No, not him. He's opposite.
All right.
Greenhouse guy.
Greenhouse guy.
All right.
Right? And I've got another one about him as well. So, I happen to be somebody who doesn't open his post very much. Right? So, I live alone, and I'm quite happy to let posts build up on the floor. I don't care. I've been opening posts for 20 years. Nobody's ever sent me a check.
No.
Only thing in that is nonsense. There's nothing in that. Anything that is important is on an email. Do you know what I mean?
Sure.
So I'll stop opening post. I will collect post. What I mean by that is, maybe I don't leave it on the doorstep. I'll pick it up, bang it on the dining room table in the pile. And what happens is, after a couple of weeks, this pile will build up and I think, I should really sort through them. And I'll sit down. And this was that day. So I'm sitting there opening the thingy, and I've come across, and there is a ticket for a delivery inside. Now, I don't know when this has been, but I do know that post has been there anywhere from 2 weeks to 10 days to 1 week to 5 days ago, right? Ain't no one knocked on my door. And I passed him all the time. We see each other all the time, right? All the time. We come out of the house at the same time. And I'm thinking to myself, no, like I seen him yesterday, right? So I'm like, no way. So I walk around, knock on the door, and he opens the door and he's like, you all right? And I said, yeah, is there a parcel for me? And he went, oh yeah, there is. Right? As if he just went and pulled it from behind the door. So man's been passing it every day, right? My name on it, behind his front door, and he didn't think to say you've got a parcel.
Yeah.
Like,
all right. I'm with you here now.
Right? So my scenario, like, okay. So what, you didn't think just to say, like, you said morning, oh, you got a parcel here. Like, you're at the front door.
I see where you're coming from. Right. So the caveat is, if it's been like I'd say more than a couple of days, I'd probably think to like mention it, or like the next time I see them, be like, I've got a parcel for you. 100% you're mentioning it. You're bringing it up. Like, if it's like 2 weeks and you've just like it's just in your front, like next to your front door, and you're just ignoring it for the rest of your life, that's off it.
Okay, listen.
That's on him.
Listen, I can see both sides. The argument is, if I'd have found that ticket on the day it was there, I could have went round myself. But in this case, I didn't. I didn't check the post. So I don't know how long it's been there. I couldn't tell you whether you had it 2 weeks or 1 day. I don't know. Do you know what I mean? I don't know. Come to think of it, it was about halfway through the post, so I guess a week. I remember ordering this thing, it seems like ages ago.
Yeah.
Like, just saying, like, is he winding me up? Is he doing it on purpose? I feel like he is.
Maybe he's doing the finders keepers thing. If like gets past a month and he's like, oh, you know what? Hey, you don't need that. I'm gonna have a little nosy.
Would you keep it? Like, okay.
No,
Would it another way?
I wouldn't dare.
You'd walk straight around, wouldn't you?
No, I wouldn't. I'd wait for them to come to me, but I wouldn't like if it got past like a couple of days. I'd probably mention it to them if I seen them.
Of course you would. Do you know why? Because you're a decent human being.
Yeah,
that's why.
Yeah,
and so would you, Southpaw. Because you're a decent human being.
I'd do the same. I'd probably be round on the night, just knocking on.
Of course you would. Sell them a website.
Probably, yeah.
Yeah. Just wanted to put that to the court and see what people think. So at first it was all like, it's your job and that, but then like when you listen, it's case by case basis. Do you know what I mean? And in this particular case, there's an argument to say, a strong one, that he's a CUNT.
I think you've got a 3-day allowance in my book.
About
3 days.
That's about the rule of thumb.
Yeah, when it gets to 3 days, it's like it becomes more of a chore for me, and then I'm like, no, this is space in my house. Let me remove this space in my house.
Okay, you know why I think this guy's got it in for me? Let me ask you something else, right? How do you feel about cars, them things we drive?
Yeah.
Right. Each house has space outside of it for one car that's in line with your land.
Sure.
So you've got a driveway and where your house ends, right? So you've got what? 20 feet, 25 feet, maybe 30 feet. That distance. Yeah. Right?
There's nothing dividing these up. They're just basically, it's like a long stretch of driveway. And then
big long street, yeah, and the double, semi-detached, right?
Yeah.
Outside of everyone's house, people generally park their car, right? So, man next door has 3 cars. He's got a van, he's got a saloon car, and a little car, right? They park one on the drive, one outside their house, one outside my house.
Ooh.
Right? So you know what I have to do? park down the street.
You can't.
No.
But you've got to drive.
One car goes in the drive. I have 2 cars.
Oh, of course. Okay.
You know, not wrong with that. He has 3. You know what I mean? So not wrong with that. Like, I have an old car and a new car. I just haven't got rid of the old one. That's all it is. Now, should I be irritated about this?
No.
I'll tell you something. Let me say I would never, no, this is serious. I would never park on somebody else's front. You know what? There's times, listen to this, when I've came home, right? Man's parked outside my house, so I can't park there, but his wife's gone out, and there's space on his front. I'll never park on his front. You know why? Because it's outside his house. So I park down the street. Because I've got respect.
Is there times where he's not parked there and you get in your spot?
Sometimes.
Yeah.
Yeah, sometimes. Sometimes they're out in that car or the van or whatever. Yeah, I'll get my spot. You know? But then I'll move, I'll come back, and someone parked there. I've seen, like, they can actually get 2 cars in their drive, actually, if they want to, because I've seen it done. But sometimes they'll just leave one and have the 2 out the front. You know why? Because they're not bothered. They don't care. They're not bothered at all.
Yeah, you're in a toxic little space there, aren't you, Daniel?
I don't see how because if anything, in this situation, he's coming out on top here because he's getting 3 cars in front of his house or near enough.
And a fucking greenhouse.
So why would he have...
Yeah.
So why does he have it out for you if he's getting his way?
I'm just saying.
You should have it out for him, if anything.
Yeah,
you should be holding on to his parcels.
Just you wait. Just you wait.
As soon as the shoe's on the other foot,
just you wait. Yeah, no, I'm telling you. He's had a greenhouse. He's had my parking spot. And I know he didn't bring me that past on purpose. You know why? Doesn't that look at me? That's what it is. Doesn't that look at me? Yeah.
That's what it is.
That's what it is.
Discriminating.
So it's all going well in the new house with the neighbours.
Yeah, it's going fine, yeah.
Yeah, sounds it.
Yeah. Well, there, I just wanted to put it to the room. Yeah, he's doing 2 things. Stealing my space.
Maybe cut his front lawn, mate.
He hasn't got a lawn, he's got gravel.
Oh, you fucked.
Do you know why? That's where his car parks. His second car.
His second car.
He just took the time to move that grass and have gravel.
Yeah. My next door neighbour just parks on the grass. We've got 2 cars. One of them stands on the grass.
No way.
I love it.
No way. That's such a northeast thing, isn't it?
Yeah.
No F's given.
There's a perfectly good bit of curb there, but no, the one next to the other car, so they just sling it on the grass. I'm like, class.
Yeah, he's not bothered.
Get in.
Not bothered at all.
You know what the next step is? You're going to have to get your driveway done, aren't you, Daniel?
Now you mention it.
Oh.
Now you mention it. Ooh. Obviously, like, times are hard, right? I don't want to be paying nobody to do no driveway. Not right now. Do you know what I mean? Like, driveways cost a fortune to pay somebody to come and do it all.
You're talking like $5,000, aren't you?
I ain't got no $5,000.
Is that what you're talking for that?
To have a nice one done, yeah.
Ooh, Jesus.
Yeah. So I've been looking, right? It's funny you should say this. I literally was thinking about this last night. Not because of him, just a separate thing. And I'm looking and I'm thinking, like, I think I can do this. Like, you'd have to see it to understand it. Like, it's doable, right? There's just, like, plants and, like, gravel and, like... I just think with a wheelbarrow and some shovels, like, I can stick mud around but I reckon I can make a driveway myself. So watch this space. On the next episode, I'm going to take a picture today of what it looks like now. You don't know about this. It's funny you should say it. But I literally had a little plan at the weekend where I think I can pull this off. With just... All you need is a shovel, a wheelbarrow, and loads of gravel.
And a couple of tip runs.
Yeah. I would do my own driveway.
Well, we did our back, like. It's more than feasible.
Yeah.
The only thing you've got to do is take that front lawn, like, make sure you obviously take it all up and then level it all out, and then you're all right.
I'm going to do it.
It's doable, mate.
Yeah.
Listen, I'll come give you a hand.
Listen, that's a said in the moment type of thing. You
No,
ain't gonna spend
no.
your Sunday shoveling mud at my house.
I won't be there, mate. I'm not there for you.
How much that going to cost, Sal?
That's going to cost you a 4-pack of beers, that.
Really?
Yeah, I'll come do that for you, mate.
Yeah. Should give my neighbour a knock, shouldn't I? See if he wants to get involved.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Because I say I'm doing this.
You're going to win that greenhouse.
Yeah. So just so you can have this space out the front, I'm doing this on the drive. You know what I mean? You know, because that's obviously your space, isn't it? You know.
That's a nice gesture, isn't it?
Yeah. Look, it is what it is. He seems like a nice guy, to be fair. He plays guitar, loud, late,
connected to speakers.
Yeah, he's a musical guy.
One of those guys.
Yeah, but he's one of them, like, he's not a strummer. He's one of them, like, I think he probably digs himself because he, like, he's not going dun, 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 like acoustic. He's like, pow, 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 pow,
Oh, electric guitar.
Yeah.
And I'm like, oh, he's sat in there like he thinks he's like Hendrix. You know what I mean? He digs himself.
He's got one of them amplifiers. Could put headphones in it. Doesn't.
Yeah,
I tell you what. A brief side note. I did saw a little video online of a wild father to be playing the piano.
The Joanna.
Yeah.
How was
That's
that?
true. That's after the piano. Yeah.
Played
I'm
through
only
decent
detached though, so I'm not bothered.
Yeah.
I'm not bothering nobody.
Yeah.
No,
Detached.
it's
Living good, fam.
Yeah,
Good, man.
it's nice.
Good.
But my question from that is, we've got a couple of family friends and they all play the piano to a good standard, like yourself. And when you turn up at like a family occasion, that you just say, "Oh, can you play Hey Jude?" And they'll just jump on and like just have the chords there and they'll be able to do it. Is that something that you could do?
I've done it. Yeah.
Well, just
It's a rare occurrence. Like there aren't that many pianos out and about. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah.
It's a very rare occurrence that'll happen, but when it does happen, yeah.
The piano is like you say, it's one of them instruments where you know, 1 in every 100 homes might have a guitar in it.
Yeah.
Like 1 in every 100,000 homes, million will have a piano in it.
Yeah.
It's not. You can't just stick it in the boot.
It's not. Yeah.
Mind you, it's keyboards.
There is. Still, it doesn't happen that often.
No.
It's also like that thing as well, and I don't really like it that much. Where it's like, say, especially with the guitar, where it's like, oh, here's fucking Wonderball. You know what I mean? Like,
Play Beethoven.
I usually when the guy pulls out the guitar, I'm like, oh, like.
Oh,
Everyone's having a nice time, and now you've like captured the room, kind of like everyone's got to stop what they're doing and fucking watch you play.
But surely though, like
Another song
undertaking that, like deciding you're going to play an instrument, you surely must understand that, like, right from the start, I'm doing this so that I will be centre stage, because that is the nature of playing an instrument.
Yeah.
Like, it isn't something you just do on your own. It's something that you do and people listen. That's what an instrument is.
Nah, because honestly, I've like the amount of times like I can play piano just to get my head space in the right place. It's the best. It's fucking unbelievable.
I imagine it is.
Yeah. But yeah, when the opportunity arises, like if I went and did I used to do mag nights back like probably before lockdown now, so a while ago. But like when I went and like did it in places, mint. It's the best feeling ever.
Playing piano.
Yeah.
Are you like fully classical trained piano?
No, I've got no grades or anything like that. But I can bash through a lot of things.
You can hold your own.
Yeah.
You could play like both hands and all that stuff.
Both hands, mate. Both hands. Yeah.
Yeah.
I know the little dun-dun-dun-dun-dun-dun.
Oh yeah. I had a few people pop up to us when I posted that thing on Instagram, and they were saying like, that keyboard got the DJ button on it. You know? That's what everyone used to do in the music rooms, fucking music class. You know, when everyone sat with their individual keyboards, and it's just like, who pressed it this time?
Yeah.
The best thing ever.
I know. Yeah. How did you learn? Did you learn through school, or did you learn through?
My music lessons at school were fucking terrible. Basically, my music teacher was on maternity leave. Like
I thought you were going to say meth.
The entire time. Like you learn it in 7, 8, and 9. That's when you do like your big music lessons. So that like in primary school, it's just like a tambourine or some shit, isn't it? Yeah. When you like actually get set down at a keyboard, that's when you like in secondary school. That's when you get it. But the secondary school teacher was always on maternity leave, so the whole time we pretty much had substitute teachers, and they didn't know a fucking lick about music, and we would literally just carry on DJ, doing doing that the whole time. So I learned nothing from school up until like I discovered music, picked up guitar because I thought the Foo Fighters were great, which they are, and then did music tech at A level, which was like about. It's not like you're not learning Pavarotti or anything like that. It's more about like recording, so like microphones and shit like that, and how to record a drum kit and stuff. All very valuable lessons that I really use every day. Yeah. And then because you use keyboards in that lesson a lot, because you know how you can get like a drum sound on a keyboard and stuff like that.
Yeah, you can change the thing.
We were effectively like inputting that. It's called MIDI, and we were importing that like into a computer, and then like recreating songs. So how to like recreate Cars by Gary Newman. And we were doing that sort of shit. And because I was using the keyboard to do that, I started to get into it a bit, and then that's when the piano started. So it was like, I was like 17, 18 when I started properly. Right. And then,
But you never had a piano at home at that stage, or you did?
Ooh, we did. I had piano lessons when I was like 8 or 9, but I couldn't give a fuck about that. At that point, like really sacked it off. We had a piano at home. They sold the piano, and then once I started to get back into it again, the guy that they sold it to, they then got it back off.
No way.
And it's in my house.
Same pianos in your
Same
house?
piano, yeah.
Well, there you go.
Class.
Yeah.
I always feel like I missed the boat with that. It's always something that, looking back, I'd love to have learned, like an instrument.
Yeah.
Like, not a shit one, though. You know, like, bless them, like, I see, shouldn't really say that, 'cause I'll take it back. Okay. One that appeals to me, let's say that.
Mm-hmm.
You know, you get some people, like, they're trained and, like, they can play, like, what's them, like, stick one's called?
A flute.
No, it's a sideways one.
Piccolo.
Yeah, and, like, going, boo, 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 and it's like,
A recorder.
like, no, the better one, the one up from the recorder with, like, the trumpet end, but it's long, it's a stick.
Trombone?
Could be. Trombone, isn't that a trombone?
I don't know.
Fuck if I know.
But them stick ones.
A bassoon.
I think it's
Bassoon,
I think it's a
that's
flute. I think it's a flute.
Well, that flute goes. Okay, we'll use the flute. Okay, we'll just like, come on, fam. Like,
I just had a vision of when Jonny was talking about primary school kids on like all the little different like tambourine stuff. I just had a visual of Dan like in an orchestra with a triangle,
Yeah.
just going ding, just ding.
you know, like you must be like gutted. Like, 'cause
I am a
there's like
ding.
a hierarchy, isn't there? Like in a band, right? So you think you're in a classical band, like or whatever. Like you want to play the harp, don't you?
Yeah,
Do
you
know
want to
what
be
I
on,
mean?
you're on something good. if you-
Yeah, like if you're gonna learn, like I imagine each instrument is probably as hard to learn as the next. I guess to be great at it, right?
Yeah, but I feel like with the cymbals, you know, like,
Yeah,
like,
just
there's
think.
only so many ways that you can clack them together to make a different
I know.
sound, right?
Like imagine that that's your thing.
Somebody might pop up and be like really angry about that and say, "No, what the fuck are you talking about? They're really difficult." But I don't know, man.
Like it's funny, isn't it? Like in a band, you'll get some beautiful like violinist, which by the way, like couldn't have made it better than that. Why does it have to stick on your shin and go sideways? Like couldn't you just held it and made the noise? Like it's stupid. I feel like they're showing off. Did it have to be on your chin? Do you know what I mean? Really?
God.
After all these years, you figured out that that's the best way to hold a violin.
I feel like somebody will have your life for that, but yeah,
Like,
sure,
yeah,
that's
probably.
it seemed really impractical. Like, okay, you play a guitar. You don't put a guitar here and go dun 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 dun. Dun. Do you know what I mean? Like, think about it. Why? I think it's just showing off. But anyway, where I was
Maybe.
going with it is in a classical band. Yeah, if you're gonna, as a kid, if you're gonna learn an instrument, like, don't pick the flute.
That's what I always wonder about these people, though. Like, how is that like? You're calling like, oh, I'm gonna get really fucking good at this. Like,
Well, it's a
and
niche.
like
It's a niche to be good
bagpipes
at
or
that,
something
though.
like
Isn't it?
that. Like,
Well, do you know the bagpipe, right? I get it because it's like heritage.
Traditional.
It's not just an
Yeah.
instrument. It's I'm Scottish. Like that's what it is, isn't it?
Yeah.
And you know, I don't care what you say. Like I think it's Scottish in my family, but like bagpipes sound shit. I'm sorry, like there isn't a way to say it, and I'm sorry if that defamatories or whatever a nation. I love Scotland. There you go. Your Iron Brew's great, but your bagpipes are gash. Like they are the most stupid. Like what are you
and
doing?
again, I reckon that's an instrument that has a steep learning curve, and you're gonna sound really shit before you sound
Oh, yeah.
like I say sound good, but like sound like
Yeah.
competent on it.
yeah. Competent.
Like if you're in a semi-detached playing that at 8 o'clock at night, no one's your friend.
No. It's like the worst person to live next to a drummer, isn't it?
Yeah.
Isn't that well, actually, a bagpipe guy would probably be worse. Like
I reckon so.
I think if you're going to learn the bagpipes, like, you can only practice in a field on your own. Mm-hmm. Like, literally.
I've never seen it. I'd love to see it one day.
Just think right now, out there in the depths of Glasgow, right? There's some fella sat there now with red eyes, sore as you like, hasn't slept all night because he lived next door to a kid learning bagpipes.
Yeah.
That must be...
That'll tell
And
you
I'm
the
worried
hard
about
stuff that like.
and I'm worried about Greenhouse Guy. You know what I mean?
Could be worse, man.
It could be a lot worse.
Maybe that's
yeah.
how you get them back, though. It's like, oh, you're gonna block my drive in.
Yeah.
Get ready for these bagpipes, boy.
But yeah, I've always been baffled by, I don't want to say shit instruments, but why people pick the lower in the
hierarchy, yeah.
the hierarchy instruments. Like,
I think it's a massively impressive skill to have, though, and I wonder what type of person, because I'm quite happily being a sideliner surrounded by really musical people, because I am a lot of the time at these family do's I go to, that lots of these people play musical instruments, and I just wonder what the difference is between a person who's not bothered and a person who really, really has the passion and drive to learn an instrument, because it's a really valuable skill, but I wonder why you've went out your way to go and learn that, Jonny, and I'm quite happy and content just being lazy and just not sort of learning.
I don't know. One day I felt like it for the guitar, and then started off really shit, and then one day it just kind of clicks, and I think once you can get like a couple of songs like relatively all right, you start to really fucking love it, and you get your teeth into it, and I think it just kind of goes from there.
Yeah. Huh. What was the first song you played?
White Stripes, but most people say Seven Nation Army. Not that. There's a 3-chord song called Hotel Yorba, which is piss easy to play, but I used to love that song.
You did that one first?
Yeah. White Stripes were great for it, actually, because it's like him and his sister, and he literally carries the shows on his own. So I think he made all the songs like really piss easy. Like most of them are using like the same like 4 or 5 chords, and once you learn them down, it's like, holy shit, I could do like a full White Stripes gig, no bother.
I always thought the first thing that anybody learns was Wonderwall.
Gotta tell you, you handed me a guitar now, I don't know it.
Couldn't play it?
Never sat down and learned it. I'm not a big Oasis guy though, I'm not gonna lie.
No.
But even just because of the cliche of it, I've never sat down to like.
Don't like a cliche, do you?
I don't want to. Yeah, if I was sat down and somebody sat a guitar in front of us and was like, "Go on, mate, play Wonderwall," I'd just refuse. I'd be like, "No, I don't want that video out there of me like sitting in the middle of a party, and everyone watching me play Wonderwall." Like, oh no.
I got like rinsed because I actually tried to learn the guitar, but for the wrong reasons. There was this lass in year 8 who I proper fancied to like pants off her. She was unbelievable in year 8, and I was like, "Oh, here we go." So I learned guitar. I was like trying with her to learn guitar, and I was having a little bit of back and forth. But the one song that the guitar teacher was trying to teach us was Louie Louie. You know, the Louie Louie. Oh baby, we gotta go.
I don't know this.
No, not that one.
Who's that by?
I don't know. I don't know whether it was Louis or whether he changed the words to Louie Louie.
Sounds like he did.
Yeah, maybe he changed it to, but he used to sing it at me during these guitar lessons.
Yeah.
So like it went from me being quite cool trying to learn the guitar with Lara, she was called, and it transformed to me nodding along and singing Louie Louie. Oh, yes, that worked against me. But be careful what you choose for and wish for. It might work against you.
And which paedophile teachers you go close to.
I don't know. Yeah.
I think the less said about that, the better.
Yeah.
But anyway,
so you
didn't woo the girl, no?
No, didn't far from woo. I think if anything, I put her off nodding along and singing along to that song with the guitar teacher. But yeah.
That was never an appeal at school. Like if you're like one of the music kids at school. No, it was never like they were never really the popular kids.
No,
they weren't.
Like,
no,
like they went in the same category as like the musical theatre kids, I think, and like they were all kind of like their own like little group, and it was
I was just trying to have something in common with her, I think, you know.
yeah.
And it didn't work. Yeah, there you go.
Listen, God loves a trier, right?
Of course I do.
You just gotta.
Well, listen, we've reached the end of our little show that we do.
Lovely that.
I've really enjoyed that. I think it's
monumental.
It was monumental.
Monumental show for Jonny.
Yeah, and I think that the star on this tree was the news from Jonny. Congratulations again.
Thank you.
That's amazing.
It's going to be weird if they ever watch this back, but yeah.
Yeah. Fatherhood upon you. The title will be Jonny's pregnant. There we go. Happy days.
It's in that.
And that's the end of that, people. Thank you everybody for watching. Keep watching us because we like doing it, and we'll see you next time.